Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 657. Before getting into this reading, chances are most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it so you don't miss an upload. My current goal is 500 subscribers, so I can have access to offering channel memberships. So if you do decide to support my channel, thank you very much. So starting off with interpreting the number 657, there's unconditional love, unhealthy attachments, the devil type of energy with the number 6. The number 5 is about change, transformation. It's there's movement here in this energy. It might feel, a little bit at least chaotic. And then the number 7 for me is all about wisdom, or the Chariot also is what I'm feeling from tarot, where you are learning how to be in the driver's seat of your life rather than your anxieties, your fears, your worries. Let me think for a second. I mean, someone here is definitely going through changes, on the inside, on the outside, maybe both. And I feel like it's a result of learning to love yourself more in the way that you deserve. And not only is the unconditional love that you're projecting towards yourself or maybe outside of yourself creating changes, positive changes, no matter how destructive they may seem, it's also bringing you wisdom, awareness, clarity. It makes me think of the sun for sure. Something is being illuminated here, some sort of truth that you could feel encouraged to embrace and maybe even spread. Seeing 022 on the timer right now makes me think that there's a little bit of a message here to focus on stability and release things that really mess with your sense of balance, or like the balance of your life. There could also be a cycle here that needs to come to an end that is a result of holding on to something that's creating a little bit of instability. It doesn't feel like anything crazy, but it's definitely something to keep your eye on, whatever you feel called to release that is creating a little bit of instability. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 7 is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So you really, really could be embracing some sort of truth and feel called to spread it or to share it. And when I said really, really, I heard really, really, really from Shrek, which is funny. Maybe there's some signs or messages or symbolism to do with the Shrek movies. Let me think. It's actually, in that movie, Fiona does go through a transformation. She's, a normal woman, and then she turns into an ogre. Her transformation made her feel uglier, but more free to express herself authentically, at least from what I remember. Maybe there is some sort of change or transformation that you're going through that feels ugly, but it is offering you more freedom, less limits, less feeling tied down and bound by your mind, your desires. Keep putting unconditional love for yourself maybe those around you first, but also balance that out, that unconditional love with boundaries. You can love someone unconditionally without also having to accept being mistreated. I'm now going to draw out a card from these box of cards, which are cards that I made myself, if you didn't already know. For some reason, I'm feeling like really attached to the Fiona character from Shrek, or just that movie in general, so that could really, really resonate for someone. So I have, if it was easy, everyone would do it with the number 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 is all about trusting yourself. Trust that there is something unique or different about the journey that you are walking. So it only makes sense that people might find it hard to understand you, or anything like that. With 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10. 10 is also a sign for me to interpret here. It's just a little bit of a reminder from the universe, your spirit guides, whatever higher power you believe in, that they are there. They're present. They want to help you, and they want to communicate with you and guide you and help you feel like you have a stronger sense of direction, belonging, really, really feeling the direction there. One Direction could be a significant music group for somebody, if you think about it. It's 1D, the abbreviation for One Direction, and then, I don't know, is there such thing as the first dimension? 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D? I'm not sure, but in general, I do feel like there is something significant here about different dimensions that could be part of like the wisdom that you are gaining or exploring. And if that's true, you've probably been on this trip, this journey for a long time. It's a little bit more than a trip, but this, if it was easy, everyone would do it. This is recognition here for you, saying, you know, from the universe, your spirit guides, etc., that they see you and they understand that what you're trying to do is not easy. They also understand that you may feel alone in what you're trying to do. And they want to remind you that, you know, just because people around you are not making the same changes, putting out the same love, learning the same things, that doesn't mean that there aren't other people out in the world that are also doing this work. So you're not alone. It only may feel that way just because those around you don't. You may feel like those around you don't understand you, but if you keep going on the path that you're going, you will find people who are on the same page as you, the same path, the same frequency, who do understand you. And I almost even want to say, like, respect you. You may feel disrespected or judged because of what you're doing. And it's important for you to address the frustration, maybe betrayal that you might be feeling, and, you know, try to reason with yourself about it. And whenever you're struggling to reason with yourself, just let yourself feel. Let yourself know that it's okay that you're feeling uncomfortable and annoyed and frustrated, but don't take any actions while you are feeling this way. I want to say, 1 second. This light moving feels like a message in of itself. It gave me the vibe of like the goalpost keeps moving, but this is in relation to light. So I feel like that's a message whenever you think you know what you need to know, whenever you think you've surrendered enough, accepted enough, do it some more, because there's more to learn. Yeah, if you give yourself the time and the space to reflect and release whatever you need to release and reflect on, the frustration, you're really going to learn something valuable. So be curious rather than, be more curious rather than resentful towards any negative, heavy feelings you might be feeling. Allow yourself the space to express yourself however you need to express yourself. Don't pressure yourself to look at things a certain way until you're ready to look at things a certain way. It's important for you to validate your feelings, but also don't let these feelings negatively impact your actions, your decisions, how you show up in the world, and ultimately who you attract and manifest. So when you're feeling the most upset, the most sad, angry, depressed, apathetic, numb, it's okay. But be mindful of that, what you choose to do while you are feeling those things, and make sure that they're actions or decisions that you truly want to make or take. Now I'm hearing the Hannah Montana theme song, Life's What You Make It, which is pretty self-explanatory. Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. So be mindful of what you allow yourself to believe, think, and feel, because it will show up in your actions. And if it does not, if you're not being honest with yourself about what you're thinking, feeling, believing, you're going to make decisions that reflect that. You're going to, how do I put this? It's just so important for you to embrace who you truly are, and the good and the bad and the ugly. And I'm seeing 122 on the timer, which is a sign to remember that change starts with you. The more that you embrace who you truly are, may not happen overnight, but the more those around you will also be willing or more open to do the same. Because remember, you can't force people to do that. They have to find their way to that. But also be open-minded about who is willing to accept what you have to offer. And that's another reason why it's so important to know your worth. Maybe also for someone here, you could be getting a new job, and there is encouragement here to ask for higher pay. Know your worth. Ask for what you think you are worth, whether it's at work or anywhere else. Know your worth, and make sure you're not overgiving or taking too much. That balance, that give and take balance, feels significant here. I'm seeing 133 on the timer, and it's reminding me, I was just doing my taxes, and that was a significant number on one of my forms. So maybe there's something significant about taxes here for somebody. Maybe there's a certain tax break that you can get, or you're gonna get a great refund, or this might resonate mostly for American viewers, but it could resonate for international. I have no idea how taxes work internationally, but yeah, understand the source of your frustrations and find a peace with them, because it's going to create positive change, and you're going to learn some valuable things from it. I'm going to wrap up this reading by drawing out one card from this baggie here. Well, they're not really cards, but if you didn't know it already, I already pulled this one. That's a little bit frustrating, but these are just little pieces from like fortune cookies that I held on to from a Chinese restaurant here. But it says, you will chart a new path towards independence today. And saying how like that came out before, you might have already seen that message, and this is confirmation for you specifically, whoever watched that video, that this reading is also your reading. Not everybody is as independent as you strive to be. You know, not everybody is going to be walking the same path, like I already said. Let me think for a second. Yeah, so just embrace who you are, who you want to be, and trust that along the way you will find and meet and retain people that deserve to be in your life, connected with you and your vision, your way of life. Whenever you do start to feel alone, another one of those heavy feelings, let yourself feel it and let yourself try to understand it. So that way you can give yourself the opportunity to learn how to release it, how to heal from it. You deserve to heal, and you deserve to be free from whatever pain, feelings, thoughts you feel are really holding you back or just creating unnecessary, unpleasant feelings.